Hello, my people. Hello, family. Good day to you. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. My name is Michael Ojola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, we're talking about gifts, all right? Gifts to give to yourself. And one of the gifts that I want to talk about today is acceptance. Gift of acceptance and grace for what you have not done yet. So let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Gift to give yourself. Acceptance and grace for what you've not done or what you've not achieved yet. Gift to give yourself. Acceptance and grace for what you've not done or what you've not achieved yet. That's one gift that I want you to give to yourself. We are often hard on ourselves, especially me. I know that I'm hard on myself most of the time. That's why I'm hard on people. Anybody close to me will know that I'm hard on them, and I'm not going to change, all right? So it's working for me. I'm not going to change. Nevertheless, I also know balance is key to life. Yin and the yang, the black and the white, the polarity of life makes life work. Negative and positive, male and female. That's how life is. Do you understand? So I understand what it takes to be all self-critical. I do that all the time, all right? I am my own greatest and worst critic. That's why most things that people say about me don't bother me much, because you cannot out-talk me when it comes to criticism. You cannot out-tell me what I've already told myself over thousands of times. So I'm my own self-critic. I do that a lot. Nevertheless, now I'm balancing this and trying as much as possible to give myself this gift of acceptance, this gift of grace, to say, come on, Mike, these things you've not done, but it's okay. It's okay. You're not done yet. It's okay. You are on a journey. It's okay. The journey is your success story. So it's okay. And that is the gift I want to extend to you today. That is the gift I want you also to give yourself. That is the thing I want you to do. You need to practice self-compassion. That is what this thing is talking about. That is what this gift, rather, is talking about. The gift of acceptance and grace, especially for what you have not done yet, especially for what you have not been able to achieve yet, is the practice of self-compassion. When you give yourself the gift of acceptance, when you give yourself the gift of grace, you are giving yourself self-compassion. That's one of form of self-care. So practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same grace, with the same kindness and understanding that you will offer to a friend. Instead of being hard on yourself, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and everyone faces setbacks in life. Oh, the same motivation you are giving to someone suffering from this is the same one that I want you to give to yourself. It's easier to advise people and say, come on, man, you can do it. It's easier to tell people, don't worry, you will be better. You fail today, you will succeed tomorrow. But sometimes it is harder for us to tell ourselves the same thing. So practice self-compassion. Give yourself the gift of acceptance and grace, especially for what you have not done in your life yet. Yeah, it's easy to look back over your life and see your mates getting married, see your mates having kids, see your mates buying cars, see your mates building houses, seeing your mates achieving what you think you want to achieve. But it's unfortunate that most times that's all we see. We don't see the love that is in our heart. We don't see how to love ourselves throughout our own story. This is your story. That is their story. I'm happy for them. I bless them. The God that did theirs will do mine. That's what I say. That's how I confess things. And also I practice self-compassion now. I treat myself with kindness. I give myself grace. That is not condoning laziness. No. That is not condoning lethargic attitude. No. That is not condoning apathy. That is practicing self-compassion. All right? Remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes. Remind yourself that everyone faces setbacks in life, including the people you are celebrating now. Many things that they are going through, I don't wish on you. Many things, if they tell you what they have gone through, what they are going through, even as you are seeing the highlights of their life on the gram and seeing the highlights of their life on Facebook or Twitter or Snaps, what I want you to know is that if they share with you what they are going through right now, you will not want to trade place with them. That's exactly the truth. I'm not trying to even motivate you. I'm just telling you the honest truth. You will not want to trade anything with them. Do you understand my point? So it's important for you to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness. Come on, man. You cannot give what you don't have. That's why many people, it's hard for them to love people, because they don't even love themselves. Can you treat yourself with kindness? That's why some people are just hateful and bitter, and they are not kind to others. You know why? Because they are not kind to themselves. How can you treat a stranger right when you are treating yourself wrong? How can you treat your neighbor well when you are treating yourself bad? How can you treat people with kindness when you are not treating yourself with same? How can you love people when you don't love yourself? So practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness. Understand that life is with you, not against you. Understand that life is working on your behalf. Understand that life is exposing itself as you. All right, reframe your thoughts also. Don't always see failure as the end of the world. Try to reframe your thoughts and see failure as opportunities to learn and grow. Reframe your thoughts about your unachieved goals. Don't see I failed. Don't see yourself as if you failed. Ask, what can I learn from this period in my life? For the past 1 year, 1.5 years, for the past 6 months, I've been trying to achieve this and I've not been able to. What can I learn? How can I grow? How can I become better? Recognize that failure is a natural part of a learning process. If you don't get the wrong answer, you won't know how to find the right one. Do you understand me? If you don't get the wrong answer, you won't know how to find the right one. For you to even recognize that this answer is wrong, that means you are progressing. That means you know what you are looking for. 1 + 1 must be equal to 2. So you're looking for 2. You are still getting your 1 + 1 is still getting you 5. It's getting you 1. It's still getting you 3. Your math is not correct. That is good. Find out how to get your 1 + 1 to be 2. That is how you learn. That is how you grow. So you recognize that failure is a natural path of the learning process. And keep things in perspective. That's what most of us don't do. I want you to remember that the things you haven't achieved yet are just a small part of your life. Let me repeat that. Remember that the things that you have not achieved yet are just a small part of your life. You are an enigma. You are big. Many things are happening to you all at once. So you need to keep things in perspective and remind yourself of all the good things that you've been able to do. There are things in your life that you've been able to accomplish. All the good things that you've been able to do happened sometime in your life. That means all the good things that you are trying to achieve will still come. Put your life in perspective. Put things in perspective. Many people give up on the verge of victory. You know why? Because they don't have the ability to put things in perspective. They give up when the going gets tough. That is when you should drive harder. That is when you should lean in. That is when you should pivot. That is when you should see that, this particular failure in my relationship is just one. I know how to do that a lot, right? I compartmentalize my life in different ways. I'm just a vast array of things. So if I fail at this, at least I'm succeeding at that. If I fail at that, at least I'm succeeding at those. If I fail at this, at least that's how I compartmentalize my life, and it keeps me sane. It keeps my mind in perspective. So you cannot come to me one day and say, you this failure. I will ask you, sorry, in what aspect of my life am I a failure? If you say, in your relationship, I say, okay, yeah, that's okay. That's 1 out of 36 or 37 or 45 segments of my life. I failed in that relationship. That doesn't mean I failed in this one. And that relationship is even 10% or 2% of 100% of relationships that I have in my life. Do you understand me? Perspective. Focus on the present moment. Try not to compare yourself to others. That's one way for you to give yourself the gift of acceptance and grace, especially for what you have not achieved. Don't compare yourself to other people. Everyone is on their own journey, like I said before. And it's not fair for your life to compare your life or your progress to someone else. It doesn't make any sense. Everyone's progress is different, and you don't know the full story of anybody's journey. All you see is Instagram posts. All you see is come and help me give thanks in the testimony in church and all that. You don't see the whole picture. And finally, set new goals for yourself. Instead of dwelling on things you haven't achieved yet, set new goals for yourself. Focus on what you want to achieve and go get it. Thank you, and we'll talk tomorrow. Bye.